What's going on YouTube and cryptocurrency family? My name is Harry and I'm a crypto vet. Oh, I guess it's the other way now. Is it this way? I can't tell. This way. Thank you for tuning back in. We have a whole new stream setup, so sorry it's been about 4 to 5 days where we haven't had any actual YouTube videos. We have been doing test streams where I still have been answering questions. And, of course, thank Sky, who's actually on the other end upstairs, controlling the whole stream through any desk. So lots of big things coming. We're going to try to make sure every day we tune in from 1 to 3 on Twitch, so that way we can see where the market's at, go over any news, and answer any questions. And I can also record a YouTube video from there, and we'll stream again in the evening where it's more relaxed. We'll be playing games. Still always looking at the markets, but always here to ask questions. So if you like that, if you like the content, please hit the like, hit the subscribe. So we have a lot of things planned for the channel, even though everything right now seems to be going to the moon in the wrong way. But let's go ahead and get started. If we head over here to CoinMarketCap, we can see that right now we're at $1.2 trillion. It's been slowly ticking its way down. We have ETH gas down to about 20 gwei. This is where I like to actually make trades because it's actually not too expensive. But of course, the only time congestion's this low is when everything's gone to shit. So you kind of have to weigh your differences there. But scrolling down, nothing but a sea of red. We have some cryptos going up. We have FTX and Quant. Quant is a project that I like a lot. However, these may be short-lived pumps if Bitcoin continues to drop to the downside, bringing everything with it, which of course we're going to go over the bearish and the bullish scenarios, but for now it's still looking pretty bearish. Everybody's on the same page of this sucks. So if we look over here, I wanted to bring up the Dow Jones. I brought up the Dow Jones yesterday in stream because I wanted to signify how, when people look at charts, you can pretty much tell what happened based off of the chart. You show me a pump or a dump on the DXY, Dow Jones, anything, I can tell you what time in history it was. Of course I have dates down here so it makes it easier, but we have the Great Depression, we have when the petrodollar was taken and made into effect everywhere, giving the US dollar its power. We had the stock market crash in the 80s, the 2009 housing market crash, and then we have COVID. And you can see that since the beginning of its inception, we've done nothing but gone up, similar to Bitcoin, which we have here. However, this is something that is against inflation. It is designed with a limited supply and a deflationary style of getting rid of it as time goes on, so people lose it, things like that. We have the DXY down at the bottom, which you can see is just a complete trend line down. I had to mark it here because unless I really change the scale, you can't see the difference, but we started at a high of 133 and we've been slowly ticking our way down because we can keep printing more and more of the dollar. So the dollar's a piece of shit, worthless. Monopoly money is probably worth more, right? Because it's just whatever value you deem it as. So the whole reason of me bringing this up is every time we've had a drop, we've always continued up in some way, shape, or fashion, whether it was through money printing, some sort of easement that we do to make it to where we look like we make more money, right? Monetary policy in the United States can decide exactly what it wants it to do, however it wants it to do. But the point of this is saying that, yes, if we were to see another crash coming down, it would be expected just like every single other time. However, we've already recovered from COVID. We're in the recovery phase. If we're going to have 2 or 3 more years of, lots and lots of trying to recover from COVID, we would see it, but of course the government's going to make it look better by giving and printing more money. So remember, inflation is there no matter how you want to look at it. It has been back since 1897 and it's always going to occur until we come up with a new financial system. Whether Bitcoin's the actual answer or not, blockchain technology seems to be a very, very good fit. So this is kind of the topic we went over yesterday on Twitch. But if we head back to just my normal stance on Bitcoin, I still think 30K is the floor. Yes, right now we are below 30K, but if we look at where we're at the below 30K, we're still on what's somewhat type of support. Yes, could we break down? Oh, for sure. If we look at the Wyckoff accumulation that we've been staring at forever, we came into this drop and we've been bouncing between support and resistance for the past 2 months. However, we have, in a sense, kind of set lower highs. This here is kind of an anomaly, but whether this was a bull trap here or not, we came up, got back into the pattern, constricted, broke below the pattern, confirmed the pattern, and now we are on our last leg of support. Now, if we were to break down, a full extension of just the symmetrical triangle puts us exactly at $20,000. So this is kind of where a lot of people are getting this bearish sense that 20K is the bottom. I put mine at 25 in the middle because you have to think of everybody who's trading, whether it's big money, little money, you, me. In the end, everybody has an idea of what's going to happen, right? So if they are preparing for that, they put buy orders in. So like for me, I have a buy order in at 25,000 on Bitcoin, even though I don't really like Bitcoin. But to me, that is a fair price that I know I can get some sort of profit on in the meantime. So if I'm thinking 25,000, well, my actual buys are at 26, 27, and 25. Right? So that way I can stair step my way down. Not for any type of trades, but just so I can dollar cost average the way down. A lot of people don't like dollar cost averaging. However, it works really well for me and my personal strategy because my whole goal is, for the most part of my portfolio, is to buy low and sell high. Now, if I'm trying to actually trade and show that for constructive purposes, yes, I can modify a strategy to fit time frames, windows, anything that's going on. But for me as a long-term investor, to me this is great if it drops down to here and it doesn't affect me because my long-term 1 to 2 year plan, it'll be higher. So if you were in the short term here, yeah, a good trade would have been exactly to short here, which again, we talked about on the Twitch stream a couple days ago. So now that we're breaking down, the next question is, do you buy in the middle and try to keep it going down? Personally, I don't. Again, I'm just going to sit here and wait. But since this isn't a full extension to the downside, if you wanted to, you could easily enter a trade right here with your stop loss right above this line here, because even if we come back up to confirm it, if it goes down one more time, you can take profits there, right? But to me, shorting right now is still not the best plan because I believe this is a bull market. Looking at the long term, high reached in May became the floor in the next bull cycle. High reached in May, floor of the next bull cycle. Here's the high. We're not even close. Now, I guess this could not come to fruition. This fractal could be complete garbage and I'm an idiot, right? I'm just a doctor/idiot. This is not financial advice. But if things play out like they typically do with these cycles, human emotion, we've had the same fucking articles every single cycle saying how stupid China is and how they're fucking getting rid of miners and they're moving out. Then everybody gets all butthurt that all their money's going to zero. And then what do you know? 2 months later, everybody's buying in, selling their fucking house at the top, right? So I'm not going to be that idiot, right? I'll be this idiot. That idiot I don't want to be. So, remember, do your own research. Take a look at these things. Look at what you think is good. I get a lot of questions about Fibonacci and things like that. Absolutely love it. All I got to do is pull out the right chart, and I use the BLX for fibs because this is an average weighted of all Bitcoin across multiple exchanges. And when I look at this BLX and where we're coming to right at this little climax here, I don't feel Bitcoin is going to fall out of this pattern. And we can see how far back this pattern goes. Even if we have a wick down, I think we will ride this and we will still come to something upwards of $100,000 on Bitcoin. Since that's my thesis, this little bitty swings here and there could care fucking less. Really could. This is where people get scared, they use their emotions, and they lose money. For me, I'm doing nothing. I'm buying more with extra cash that I get, and then I'm playing video games, which is why the stream's probably pretty boring to a lot of people who could care less about video games, but I still want to be here for questions and different things like that. So, always feel free to engage with me, whether I'm playing Call of Duty, not paying attention. I have awesome mods and awesome people in the community who can not only answer your questions, but also make sure to get my attention, which is kind of why we have the duals PC set up now so they can flash alerts, because I get sidetracked and lost when I start talking. So. And this is exactly where we are now. If we look at Ethereum's looking like we could have a drop. My low is around $1,200 to $1,400 in this zone where is it at? In this zone here for Ethereum. And the reason why is just we're coming to the bottom where this has been supportish. I'm expecting more support right in the $1,400 to $1,500 range if we continue to dump, but with EIP 1559 coming out in the next couple of weeks, well, I guess about 2 weeks on my birthday, I can easily see a huge buy the rumor, sell the news, ETH jumping up 50%, to get back to where it's like at $3,000 or $4,000, and people going absolutely crazy. This could set off a huge little rally, which if we also look at Bitcoin dominance, where's this chart? Let me put it on the daily. Oh, this is futures. Might be. Here we go. if we look at Bitcoin dominance, we can see we're going into a bearish pennant here, and typically these are a continuation pattern. We started into a downtrend, so there's probably about a 60 to 70% chance that we continue to the bottom, and this would be a huge thing for alts to really take off. XRP has its case coming up on the 29th, where the deposition of William Hinman. This could be big. It just really depends on what he says, whether the SEC pulls out and says, "Nah, fuck this, I'm out." Let them win. Who knows what the real narrative is. For XRP, I'm just waiting for a break of this trend line to give me some idea that we have some good strengths of heading to the upside. If not, the next real support, in my opinion, is right at 39 cents for XRP. So, you can take with that what you will. I'm still not selling. I will potentially buy more or maybe short sell on some perpetual contracts on Bybit. That way I get paid in even more XRP, because right now, every trade I make, if I make 100 XRP, and then if that 100 XRP now goes to $3 to $5, well, that $50 trade now is actually worth $300 to $500 later, which is why I keep accumulating and diluting or making my pool bigger while the price is cheaper. So that's going to be it for this video, guys. I'm going to continue going over ETH and XRP in the Twitch, which I see Callum is chatting with Bull right now. Like I said, I love doing the videos here because you can kind of see what I go through, my ideas, my process, where I find information that aids me in my technical analysis. So I want to continue doing the videos like this. That way I can both stream, keep YouTube and all these other different media platforms updated. So thanks again for hanging out. Hit the like, smash the subscribe button if you want to hear my dumb ass every day. And other than that, I will catch you guys in the next one.